New at 6, Amanda Ciavarri set out to get answers.
And Jen and Brett, we have some new information just into our newsroom. According to RPD, Edward Iwanyu was at Highland Hospital today, but he left before police arrived. Our story today centers around why a man who pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a paralyzed woman in a hospital room is not on the public sex offender list.
That case involved one of the most vulnerable victims that you could really imagine. She was paralyzed and lying in a hospital bed.
Jennifer Summers worked on Edward Iwanyu's case back in 2007. She said for her, it's alarming to hear that security at Strong Hospital says Iwanyu is now asking about children.
If that's true, I mean, it would be a person who had previously pled guilty to exploiting a person who was incredibly vulnerable, who's now alleged to have been having contact with another completely vulnerable population.
We were able to get paperwork from Iwanyu's 2007 conviction that shows the court designated him as a sex offender. But if you head to the state's website, you will not see Iwanyu on the registry. That's because he's a level 1 sex offender.
There are 3 designations of sex offenders in the law, and the level 1 is the least onerous of the sex offenses, and level 3 is the highest. The Board of Examiners in the state of New York determines what the level should be just before the defendant is released from prison.
News 10 NBC's legal analyst, Judge Joseph Valentino, sat down with me this afternoon. He did not work on the case, but is familiar with the law surrounding sex offenders. Why would he have been assigned a level 1 when he pled guilty to sexually assaulting a paralyzed woman in the hospital?
All right. As I indicated, they take into consideration the factors. So he may not have had a prior record. He may not have had any prior sex offense records. There may have been no violence over and above the fact that the poor woman was assaulted in the hospital, but there may have been no other physical violence.
When I looked back into Iwanyu's criminal record, I found that he violated parole twice. Judge Valentino says those violations likely didn't change his sex offender status because they were not sex crimes. Live in the newsroom, Amanda Ciavarri, News 10 NBC.